So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
73! 73! Out. Going silver, ready? Hey, easy, 63, pass. No touch.
Hurts throwing again. He's got it over the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Hey! 63. Tiger Hornet. Delta.
First and 10. Here's Hurts. He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
73.
Offense in the hurry up here. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Nothing for them on second down, and now it's 3rd and 1.
So often we talk about the individual having to move on to the next play. Well, that was a perfect picture of the collective. That defense staring down 2nd and 1 rose to the occasion collectively.
Third down, 1 yard to go. They give it to him again. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
4th and 3, drive on the line. They kick the running back in motion. On 4th down, Hurts. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles finish up an excellent opening series. Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Set. Alert.
Watson now off play action. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Set.
Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
We're set.
They go right back to Hall. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
First and 10 from the 41.
We're set.
Here's Hall once more. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10.
High 54. Reset. High 31. Down and go.
Play action, it's Watson. He gets it to Juwan Johnson. It's a pickup of 26. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
Reset. Down and go.
Handoff running left. Here's Hall. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd
They
and
give on 2nd to Hall. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal.
Reset.
They'll run here. It's Hall. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Hall has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
So now, here's 3rd and goal.
Reset. Down and go.
Watson working in the pistol. And the catch is made. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals finish off their opening drive. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Point after up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
at their own 30-yard line.
They don't get this snapped in time. This is going to back them up. And they're going to go ahead and let the play stand as it happens. They decline the penalty. Play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call's going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. So they should be a little prompter in snapping this, you'd hope, Brock, after that delay of game. Here's a give up the middle. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Eagles have the football. They have second and pretty long here.
Hey, 73, 73.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Hurts now from the gun. He's on the move. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the first down, doesn't keep them on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that run in the back of their minds.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, alert, alert. We're set.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. He's going to push one deep down the right. He connects on the deep shot. He makes it in for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals need only one to take the lead. Hope you weren't settled in to call a long drive there, partner, because it only took him a matter of seconds to go all 80 yards and hit pay dirt.
Are you kidding me? I love big plays just like everybody in the building loves big plays, and it took all of them, the guys up front doing their job, and certainly the playmakers to finish it.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun. They'll give it to him inside. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 1. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. A lot of grass ahead. Reaches the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Watson. And that throw just too high for him.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
2nd down, Watson throwing again. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Bengals send out the punting unit. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. His work begins at the 31. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. Officially a 69-yard punt. What a kick. And the Eagles will take possession. 1st and 10 from the 41. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. That one doesn't find its man, incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Oh, it's Silver, right?
Back to throw, Hurts. He fires one deep down the middle. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
And that hit at the 5, but got the bounce it needed to reach the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Set.
Running it now out of the gun. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. Offense up to the line fast.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They send the tight end in motion. 2nd and 8. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Finds his man, Gray. And he goes out of bounds, just short of the 35. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
From the gun, Watson. That throw finds Jamar Chase. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Sticking to the air with Watson. This finds Austin, complete. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The Bengals take a 2nd quarter lead. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Motioning the tight end now. 1st down throwing for Hurts. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
They've got a man in motion. 2nd down, Hurts throwing again. Caught for big yards on the right side. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Offense set for a 1st and 10.
Silver, ready? Hey, easy, 63, pass.
They motion the tight end over. On 1st down, Hurts. He's got Devontae Smith. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
King, Phil King. Phil, hey. 63.
Blitz coming here. Hurts. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And 4th and 4 coming up. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It can be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
Hurts now on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles earn the chance to tie before halftime. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left.
Where's the set?
Here's Watson, 1st and 10. Gets this to Johnson. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
From the 34. Austin's there to haul it in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Watson on 1st and 10. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. Timeout taken by the offense, their 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Coming in the goal line. He's got the Cincinnati touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals break that tie and now lead by 7. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. He's back to throw. He's throwing deep to the left side. Brought in inside the 20. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. He fields it from the 8. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
Good starting field position awaits the Bengals as they get set for 1st and 10. Look at this. The wideout gets it to start this drive. And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain. Working quickly here. They start the half with a give to Hall. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 24 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals. Tight end going in motion here. 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Finds his man, Chase. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Touchdown, Cincinnati! You should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Point after up and good by McPherson. And the Bengals double their lead to 14. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Man in motion here. A play fake, now Hurts to throw. He puts some power on a deep one left. He's got it inside the 25. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles start the second half with some needed points. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Set. 24.
Out of the gun, here's Watson. Connects with Johnson. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Offense in the hurry up here.
31.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you could recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Set. 24 down, he's coming. Line up, go.
From the gun, Watson. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. And the Eagles get to it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
Just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's at a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
First and 10. Here's Hurts. Short pass brought in.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's caught for the 1st. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Go Silver, ready?
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. A close game is going to stay close, Brock, so long as plays like that are being made in big situations.
Yeah, in these tight games, you got to have your defense making plays just like that in the red zone. Here we got a defender in particular coming through with a big hit to keep points off the board.
Caught quickly on the slant. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Motion man left is Brown. They'll try and punch it in. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's in for the touchdown. The Eagles cut it to 1 late in the 3rd. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a 1-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles tie this game 35 apiece. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him.
At their own 19-yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10.
24. Out.
Working from the gun, Watson. He finds Johnson. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Watson to throw it. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. First time this game they've looked to him. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
We're set.
Toss play. This is Hall. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
So through 3, we're still knotted up in what's been an absolute shootout. It's been a thrilling game, an absolute barn burner that is shockingly still tied as we get set for the 4th. This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down.
We're set.
Here's Watson to the air. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball. They connect on the deep shot. And he'll go out of bounds after a pickup inside the opposing 40. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue. New set of downs for him at the 38.
We're set. 9, go.
From the gun, it's Hall. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Here's Watson. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete.
Well, if nothing else, that proves they're not afraid to take a shot on any given snap. With enough looks, eventually, one's going to connect.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Putting the tight end in motion. Back to the air, Watson. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Couldn't find Jamar Chase on that throw. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Hey, alert! Get set! Hey, 34! Down, go!
Throwing is Watson. Has it at the 7. He's got the Cincinnati touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Extra point added on by McPherson. And the Bengals break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. On the play fake, it's Hurts. He's got Smith. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down throwing for Hurts. He put everything he had into this one. He's got it inside the 10. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the 4th. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the 4th. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Set.
Watson working in the pistol. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Hall running between the tackles. And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. But you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Throwing from the gun. He's gonna try to drop it in deep. Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Eagles will take over as he picks off his 10th pass of the season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Tiger Swarm, Tiger Hornet. Hey, Silver.
On first down, Hurts. Along the sideline, Brown brings it in. And he goes down a little short of the 40.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second and 6 coming up here.
Good. Go on now. Hey, 73.
Hurts now from the gun. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure, earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. He's back to throw. Hits his running back. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's first and 10. Hurts throwing again. Escapes the pocket. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. Working inside the red zone. This throw is cuffed. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Right up the gut. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
First down, and they go right back to him. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Cincy. Eagles going for the win here. Trying again from the 2. It's 2nd and goal. Keeping it on an option to the right. And he's in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles have taken the lead late. Jalen Hurts with the touchdown. Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7.
for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Returnable from the 1. And it's the equivalent of what a touchback used to be here, up to the 25 before going out. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Trying to push it deep downfield. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Cooper to Jean in to pick it off. And the Eagles make the play that should win them this game.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie, Okie! That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down. But even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge pick in return for that defense.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Let's get it. Let's get it.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
That one right down the middle. And the Eagles double their lead to 14.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Cooper to Jean in to pick it off.
Intercepted by the Eagles. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down.
Great. 73. Alpha.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. He's throwing deep to the left side. That's caught at the 25. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Pass it down close. So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. And just a week after being soundly defeated, they're back out there playing a
We about to move, son.